All right, guys, for our last science video of the week, I want to look at these two questions here. What changes have you seen this week in our plants? And what did you learn this week about plants? So we're going to do it in two different videos. I'm going to save the what changes have we made in our plants one until I get home, because that's where the plants are, and we can take a look at them from there. So for this video, I want to look at this second part, is what did you learn this week about plants? I just want to quickly review what we talked about. So we talked about how all plants need the same things. And when we think of plants, we kind of have an idea how they all meet those needs. But there are some plants that have found some unique ways that they can meet their needs. And that way they can live in an environment that other plants can't live in. So the first type that we talked about were succulent plants. And succulent plants live in very dry areas. They don't need a lot of rain, especially in a short amount of time. They can hold their water for a very, very long time because they have big leaves, and those leaves are covered with kind of a waxy surface to stop any water from escaping from the leaves through the stomata, the pores. So it blocks that water in. So a couple of the examples we talked about were jade and the rubber plant, so you can see those right here. The next type of plant we looked at were carnivorous plants. So carnivorous plants live in soil that has very few nutrients in it. So they've found a different way to get their nutrients. They actually attract bugs to the plant, and then they eat the bugs. They get their nutrients from the bugs. They will trap the bug and dissolve the bug to get its nutrients. We have the Venus flytrap, who catches them in that kind of trap. We have the pitcher plant here, who catches them in like a sticky trap that's at the bottom of this long tube. The next plant we looked at were climbing plants. And climbing plants will grow in areas that are very shady. And what they do is they find different items that they can attach their stems to, and that way they can climb higher and higher to try and get closer to the sun, so they can get that light that the plants need in order to survive. We have sweet peas over here, and clematis is what this plant over here is. The last plants we looked at were water plants. Now, typically we don't think of plants living in the water because they can't get the sunlight they need, they can't get the air they need, but these plants have found a way. So both water lilies and cattails have long, hollow stems that they can use to reach all the way down into the soil, so they can get the nutrients from the soil down in at the base of the lake or the swamp, while still being above, so that they can get the light and the other needs that they need to meet. I showed you guys what I think is a pretty cool picture in a previous video, so I wanted to show you it again. This is pond lilies from the lake, so you can see the stems coming up and the sun coming through the leaves at the surface. All right, guys, so hopefully you learned something this week, and I'd like you to let me know what it is. All right, thanks, guys.